Okay, folks, welcome to Edgemore Outdoors. I'm over here with Vance and Jim today. They've had several customers in. Just to give you a little idea of the whole shop. You guys have seen it. You know what's in here. I mean, it's, everything that you're looking for. And then just keep getting all the new stuff in. So we're going to get over here to the counter and visit with Vance. He's been making a list. And we got a bunch of reels up on the cabinet, and we're going to take a look at that. Everything in the world in here: fishing lures, lines, plastics, sunglasses, all kinds of baits, swim baits, jigs, spinner baits, plugs, rods, reels, boat saver. I mean, it's all here. So come by and see Edgemore. We'll get over here and see what Vance has got us here on the counter. All right, folks, I'm here with Vance behind the counter. Vance, what you got laid up here for us, bud?
What we got here is some newer Daiwa spinning reels and a Daiwa Tatula CT bait caster.
Uh-huh.
And then we also got a newer Lew's bait caster here. It's a Tournament Pro.
Yeah.
We got some new Dixie Custom feather stick rods here.
So now, you've been bragging about that rod a whole lot. Let's hear about it.
Well, this rod's a little bit lighter than the other models. It's also, the blank is made thinner, and instead of just red foam, it's got actual red wind grips on there for it. So that's a real nice rod there.
Well, I picked it up. I sure did like it. It is light about that, and it's got some good backbone to it to be that light. So that's a plus. Now, what about these two reels right here,
Lance? You got a Daiwa Revros here, that's $49.99. And a Daiwa Exceller here, $79.99.
Well, I tell you what, they sure feel smooth to me.
They're light, they're smooth. It's a real good quality reel for the money there.
Okay.
We also got Mega Bass. Got all that in here.
Got some Mega Bass.
Mega Bass, yep. We got some new braid, different kinds of braid that is fluorescent.
Yeah.
Glows under high vis.
Okay.
Got the Tokyo rigs, got new VMC Nico shroom weights.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, folks, get by here to see Edgemore Outdoors. Jim or Vance will be here. Got live bait, night crawlers. I mean, hey, if we don't have it here, you don't need it. So get by here and visit with Edgemore Outdoors. Let people know what we represent.
That's what we're all about. We do try to do an honest day's work for the people, and we've got operators from all over the DOE sites, TVA sites, the outside contractors. We're just about everywhere you see a heavy piece of equipment. It's a good chance that you'll see an operating engineer on it, rather it be Barnhard. I'd like to mention them, All Crane, and all of them that's signatory to us. We have over 100 contractors that's signatory to us, so I definitely appreciate those guys all the way in Chattanooga, Kingsport, Tullahoma, throughout all the way up to Johnson City. So we do cover a big area, and just let us know if we can be any help to local contractors that come through these areas. We'll definitely send you some people.
All right, David. I appreciate all those good words, and we'll get this on the air, and I want to thank you again.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's go fishing. You know it's really great. Let's go fishing. In the rivers and on the lakes. Let's go fishing. It's easy when you try. Floating on the water with good old Steve and Mike. Floating on the water with good. good old Steve and Mike.
Hey, good evening, folks. Welcome to the Let's Go Fishing Show. And Mike, good to have you over here with me.
Good to be here, bud. Good to be here.
All right, that's wonderful. I want to say hello to Dad, to Bill, Paul Harrison, old Mike Pennington down in Harriman. Hope you're watching and that kind of thing. I'm ashamed to say, Mike, before we get too far, I've got a phone call coming in here, and right there it is now.
Yeah.
It's Travis Lemons, the
Director
of the St. Jude's Tournament on Watts Bar. Let's see if we can get him on the line here. Hello, caller.
Hello, Steve.
Hey, Travis. Good to hear from you, my buddy.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Buddy, we're doing all right. We're just kind of curious about what you got going on here in the next week or so. When is the tournament?
It's next Saturday, June the 6th.
June the 6th. Okay, I'm going to make a note of that. And listen, folks, I'm going to introduce Travis here. He's the tournament director of the St. Jude's Fishing Tournament. It's been an annual thing for what? This be the 4th year?
No, sir. This will be the 7th year.
Seventh year, man. That's great. Heck, yeah.
Yes, sir. 7th year. Yes, sir.
Perfect. Time's flying. I'm telling you. Mike's getting older every year. Well, that sounds good, Travis. Listen, you just take over right there and tell people what you want them to know and about the tournament, and whatever you want to do is fine with me, brother.
Okay. Thank you. First off, thank you guys for the show and all the footage and information you bring, and everything to all the viewers and all the anglers out there and the spectators. And you guys have got a great show, and I've been fortunate to be on it several times. And it's an honor to be able to have some airtime if you allow me to call in and talk about our tournament, St. Jude's. And so first off, I want to say thank you to you and your crew for that. It's an honor to be able to have time on your show to do that. Next thing is we're going to try it next weekend. Like I said, June 6th, Steve. It's crazy what we've been facing here this last 2 or 3 months with this coronavirus pandemic that our country's facing right now. And we were really wondering if we were going to be able to have our tournament. And they slowly started having some over the last month or so, and here and there, and they're slowly opening the state back up. And I've been in contact several times with the officials with the city of Kingston and the commissioner of our St. Jude's Events Committee and our rep, Kevin Neenhouse from St. Jude's and Allsack out in Memphis about the tournament. Mm-hmm. And, after, I guess it was a little over a week ago, after the city officials from Kingston said that, hey, as of right now, you plan on going ahead and having your tournament. Things look good and it's getting better. So for now, you plan on the go and let's have it. And, we'll go with it from there. And so I called Greg Hill, the commissioner of our committee, and talked with him. And Greg said, hey, I'm behind you 100%, whatever decision you make. So my final call was to St. Jude's, to our committee rep, Kevin, and had a good conversation with Kevin. St. Jude's, anything that they directly put on as far as a charity event or anything goes, they had canceled out and shut down till the end of July. Mm-hmm. But because we're our own private independent committee that raises funds for the hospital, he said, we're more than welcome to go ahead and have the event and raise funds for them. And he said the only thing that we at St. Jude's and Allsack, ALSAC, request is that, you and your guys follow the local CDC guidelines placed before you, from the health organization and everybody. And I said, that's what we're going to try to do. So, good Lord willing, we're going to have it next Saturday, the 6th, and we're going to do things a little different than normal. We're not going to have all of our post-tournament activities in the afternoon with feeding everybody and the door prizes and all of that stuff that we normally do to try to cut down on the volume of people and the traffic around each other. we're going to get the guys out that morning, and we're going to weigh them in and get them gone home, and just skip all the post-tournament activities this year and try to social distance and follow the guidelines just as best as possible.
Right. Yeah.
Of course, that a lot of that'll be in the hands of the anglers and what people do come around. And I'll constantly be, asking everybody to keep that in mind and social distance as we're around the ramp that morning and that afternoon. But I think it'll go well, Steve. It's went pretty flawless for the most part every year, and I think this year will be just the same. I think everybody knows what we're facing with our new, having to social distance each other. I feel like everybody's trying to keep their space and stay away from each other, and so we usually have a good crew of anglers that fish with us, and I think they'll help us do their part and help us follow the guidelines and put on a good tournament that day.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you 110%, man. It's sounding good, and you're right. My feelings has slipped a little bit in that, hey, we can kind of do things like we normally do as long as we take care of ourselves and protect our fellow man. We can carry on.
Absolutely, I agree 100%.
So
100%. And and it's a sad. I've talked to several people, and of course I think everybody feels the way that I'm fixing to state. But I never in my life figured we'd see something like this. I never even thought about seeing something like this face us.
No.
This is something normally you hear on the news or see on the news that's happening in other countries, third world countries, where the poor health is a big time problem and that sort of thing. Never would have thought we'd seen something like this here at home in the United States. And I personally, I think things are probably a lot worse than what they're led to believe. I do think things are bad. I do know of some people that have had friends or family that's been very sick from this, and do know people that have lost some people. So I'm not saying that it's not bad, but we can definitely, I think we can definitely carry on and do what we normally do, just with a little bit more, careful mind when we go about it.
Yeah, I think you're on the right track. I really do. Okay, what time to blast off or the ease off? What do you got in mind?
Well, it's at 6 o'clock. It's right now. The last several mornings, it's been breaking daylight, and we we try to get everybody out just as quick as we can at safe light. I'm thinking around 6:15 or so, we're going to try to start firing them out of there. Hopefully. We're going to have our invocation this year. Mr. Billy Boyd from Kingston will deliver the invocation again, as he always does, from the start boat there, and then he'll get in his boat, get in line, get ready to go.
Right.
We'll have the national anthem, and I'll make a few announcements and some rules, a few things we're going to try to do that afternoon and weigh in a little different than normal to try to keep everybody spaced out. And we've not said exactly on how we're going to do the afternoon. Talking with everybody on our team, we've got several options about weigh-in, about trying to social distance, and we've always done flights of 40, and that's one thing we may alter and change to try to cut down on the traffic that afternoon. At weigh-in, we may lessen the number of boats in each flight, and instead of every 20 minutes, maybe go to 30 minutes.
Yeah, I got you.
But that's some things, and we'll announce all this by no later than Wednesday next week. We'll make all these announcements of how we're going to do it, and on our Facebook page. So if anybody needs to know anything, or if you can't get on Facebook, find somebody that can for you. But you can go to Roane County Bass Tournament on Facebook. That's our page, and you can scroll through the news feeds, and there'll be all the latest posts coming over the next several days about exactly what's going to happen and how. So, but we're looking at, right after safe flight, trying to fire everybody out, and then around 3 o'clock we'll start having the first flight come in, and we'll try to keep everybody spaced out and get you guys weighed, and we'll get it totaled up and get the prize money passed out and try to get home just as spaced out and safely as possible. It's it really, Steve, it's going to be difficult for me to do it this way this year because I like to give the door prizes away, and I like to have everybody up there around the stage that afternoon and being able to eat a meal and sit down, all the anglers, feed them. Just a little something to say thank you for coming and fishing with us, and trying to help us and help the kids. And but it is what it is this year. We're just going to have to do it like we're going to do it, and move on and get ready for next year.
Yeah, I understand. I think you're doing. I think you're doing what is required by the officials, local and state officials, and that's as good as you can do. Is comply with what they're asking us to do, and once us fishermen get out on the water, hey, it's just you and your partner, and most, the boat's 14, 16, 18, 20 foot long, 20. So, that's not the issue. It's when you get back in on shore, and I think you're going to handle it just fine.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was talking the other day with one of my buddies that helps me with the tournament, and I was talking, I said, he said, well, all the anglers, the problem's going to be that morning, that afternoon. And I said, yeah, you're right. I said, unless you're in a little 6-foot John boat or less fishing with a good live well in it, you ain't got to worry about social distance. Most of these guys got these 16 to 21 foot rigs, and they're good to go.
Yeah.
We just got to try to keep them apart that morning and that afternoon. And so, I feel like we'll be in good shape. I feel like, everybody kind of knows that we need to stay apart, and they'll do I feel like most people do their part and keep their distance. And, we're not going to let them come up and stand right beside us on the stage around the scales. If we have them up on the stage, we're going to make them stand off to the side. We'll stay away from each other and them and, different things. But it's going to be a unique challenge to do it, but I think it'll go good, and we're going to get it done. So just really looking forward to it. It's hard to believe that it's already here again. Mm-hmm. Seems like we just got through closing it down from last year just the other day. So, time's flying, and we'll get this one over with next weekend, and we'll be right back here next year ready to go again before you know it. So.
But it sounds good to me, and I really admire you and appreciate what you're doing and what you're doing it for. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I really appreciate it, Steve. It's like I told you on the very first show, the first year I was on it, and of course everybody that's been around it, and everybody that knows me knows I get emotional about it when I talk about it. But it's something I took to heart when I got involved with it, and it's just something I've developed a passion for, and don't see any sign of losing that passion for a long time to come. It's that place is a special place, and if a person ever gets to take a visit there and take a tour of that, and you learn things there that you don't learn just listening about it and watching and reading. Mm-hmm. And when you actually see and interact with families that have been there and had children in that hospital for treatments and cancer, and it's just gut wrenching, Steve. It'll touch your heart. And I've like I told my wife, I said, if there's one thing I've took a passion for, it's that, and I'm going to do it until the day I die, as long as I'm able to. And had it not been for the Hill family in Rockwood having their committee and the golf tournament that I got started in some 10, 11 years ago, we wouldn't be having this tournament. I'd have never led to this. And so, a big thanks goes to those guys and their families for what they had going over the years that I was able to get into and get involved and be a part of that led to me and a couple others getting this fishing tournament started. And so, it's just, and I'll never be able to thank Greg and Mike and their family enough. And then my ex-brother-in-law, David Brackett, he's been right there with me since day one. All my family, a lot of friends. This Rome County Bass Tournament's not Travis Linden's. It's everybody. And all I do is get the wheels in motion, and everybody else, the help, the volunteers, they make the wheels roll and keep rolling. So I'm blessed far beyond imaginability of, that everybody that keeps helping every year, and the sponsors that get on board, the anglers that show up, participate. It's just, it couldn't be done without all those. It's one big collective effort, and I'm forever grateful.
Yeah. I appreciate you. I know they do too, and I'm glad you got a good bunch backing you, and we're with you too. So it's got to go.
Yeah, gotta go. And that's one thing St. Jude's does. When once they accept the child's case at that hospital, it's full fledged. You got to go and treat and try to cure. And so that's what we're doing, is trying to help raise funds to help them keep treating and curing and all that good stuff, and taking care of families' bills when they're there. That no family ever has to pay any bills at St. Jude's. And it comes from just tons and tons of things like ours that around the country and around the world that raise money, and the people that are partners in Hope every month on their credit cards, and just a one-time donation, whether it's $10 or $100 or $100,000 or whatever it is. It's an unbelievable effort that it takes from around the world, from everybody, to keep that place going and operating, and try to help these kids and help them find cures and save these children. And it's just it's an amazing thing when you really sit back and look at what they do and how they do it. It's unbelievable. Yeah. It really is.
Man. Well, buddy, listen. You've got our support, and we'll help you every way we can, and continue to help you. You just let us know what we can do, and we'll try to do it.
Steve, I appreciate that. I'd like to put a plug in for all my sponsors right quick, if that's okay, if we've got time.
Go right ahead.
This is, like I said at the beginning of the show, this is our 7th annual tournament, and this is our biggest year of sponsors so far, and so I'm going to name them all off, and hopefully some of them are listening or watching the show, or if not, maybe somebody is that knows them well, and let them know we've put a plug in for them, and we thank them for being on board with us and for helping us help the kids. We've got Long Electric, LLC. We've got Bunch Marine, Tennessee Team Trail, Kenjo Markets. We've got Rome Tourism and Rome Alliance. We've got the City of Kingston Parks and Recreation, the City of Kingston Police Department. We've got the Bracey family in memory of Mickey Bracey. And we've got ATLC, which is the Atomic Trades and Labor Council. Now, all of those sponsors have been with us for a long time, most of them since year one. Mm-hmm. We got a bunch of new sponsors this year. And the first one I'm going to mention is our new Big Fish Largemouth sponsor, and that is Blue Springs Marina down in 10 Mile, Tennessee, down there. So we want to thank those folks for that Big Fish Largemouth sponsorship they've gave us. Mm-hmm. We've got Garrett and Sons Flooring. We've got Paul Hester and Sons Excavating. We've got Kitts Dumpster Service, Southern Homes Realty by Ashley Kitts. We've got Taylor Motor Company, Everly Blue Boutique, and we've got Enrichment Federal Credit Union. So those are all of our new sponsors, and we want to thank those guys as well for getting on board with us. So we like I said earlier, it takes everybody, and that means the help, the volunteers, the anglers, the sponsors. And these sponsors, we've got a lot of new sponsors this year that's come on board, and it's really shocking to me that they come on board with the way our economy's been with this coronavirus pandemic that was talked about that we're facing. But you know, we are extremely grateful for all of these sponsors, and you know, we hope that the new sponsors are going to be with us for a long time to come now. So I want to thank all of those sponsors again, and like I said, we're thankful for them, and we're excited, and we're ready to get after this next weekend.
But he sounds good. Sounds like you got a good slate of sponsors there, and we appreciate every one of those. And just be with you, man. We just gonna try to get there, and you know, do what we can do to help. And we appreciate you being involved in it like you are. I know you're real passionate about it. I learned that 7 years ago. So we're here if you need us.
Steve, thank you again, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you all so much for the show, for what you do for the sport of fishing, and you know, and again, we want to thank you for the opportunity to talk about our tournament in St. Jude's, and I hope to see you guys and everybody else next Saturday, and hopefully we surpass the 150 count on the boats this year for the first time. I'm really hoping that happens. But if not, we'll take what we get, and us, along with the kids at the hospital, will be tickled to death, and we'll have a great day, and just go with it.
Okay, man. Sounds good to me. I appreciate you, buddy. You know,
Thank you.
You're more than welcome, and we'll stay in touch, okay?
Sounds good. You guys have a great evening. Thank you so much, Steve.
All right. See you, Travis.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, folks. You know, you guys that and ladies that are watching that know people that are fishing that's probably not watching, make sure you
Get the word out.
get the word out. Mike, pass along what you heard him say, and this is a good thing to support. You can't go wrong with it, and they've got a good crowd of people. Travis has got some good people backing him up there, and so do pass the word around. You know, I'm tickled to death to see them get the thing moving, and do what we have to do to social distance, whatever we have to do to make it work out right, and move right along, Mike.
Yes, sir. It sure is a worthy cause. There ain't no doubt about it. If it was one of your kids, man, it'd be unbelievable.
Yeah, you know, I'm telling you, that's a fact. And for us folks that have healthy children, we need to be double thankful. I'm telling you that for sure. All righty. Thanks again, Travis. And we'll try to get the word passed around and get some, you know, get the word out to people so they can get there and get the crowd up.
That's right.
For sure. Okay. What else you got for us tonight, Mike?
Well, I got to go down a little bit there. Went up to North, you know, on Friday night, and didn't do all that good. Had a hold of one and was waiting on my partner to get the camera out there, and before he could get it out, he jumped off. He was probably 14-inch fish, I guess, and then I finally caught another, and I got him in the boat, and he's a good 18, 19-inch fish. He's a dandy fish, but skinny as a rail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, skinny as a rail. That's all I done on North, and I got the chance to go back down to Watch Bar there Monday. Got a couple of dozen minnows, and I went through them pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure did. Went through them pretty quick. I guess you got the results of it there at your house, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I
done eat
sure
'em?
did.
Have
No,
you-
I've not eaten them yet, Mike.
Yeah, you ain't?
No, I've not eaten
Oh,
them
I
yet.
guess
Sure, he's already had the menu planned out pretty much for the week, so her and Christy, so, no, I've not ate them yet, but we'll get to them in a few days and probably fry them up.
You better get to them before Wesley does.
Oh, yeah, heck, there ain't no hope of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught a few crappie, but they was 20 to 25 foot, and it didn't seem like I could catch a lot out of one or two out of a place, but usually get one good fish and then a lot of little ones. It wouldn't keep our stuff, and I've heard that they catch them on grubs and stuff, but I throwed grubs and I fished with them minnows up shallow. Tried everything again that I know to do to catch them, because figuring they'd be in there. But now there's one thing I did notice, that all the good fish that I did catch that was keeper size or bigger, they was laid out. They was skinny. They wasn't no big fat plump jobs anymore. So evidently they done their thing and moved back out for some reason or another. Water still hadn't cleared exactly all that good, but anyway, I think they'll get more active here in a few more days. See what's going on.
Maybe that's somebody right there that can tell you how to catch them.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's make
Might
sure
be.
we don't miss it. Hello, caller.
Hey, Steve,
Yes, sir.
you don't mind to listen, and I'll tell you.
Mike, go in yonder in the other room so that I can get this fishing report. Go ahead, Jackie.
We've been having good luck down on March Bar for the last 2 weeks. My son-in-law, or my grandson, he won that Morristown Marina down there. You know that.
I didn't know he was your son-in-law, but I did hear about him winning it.
Yeah.
But I didn't-
And then he come back Saturday, this past Saturday, and won our club tournament.
Well,
And
it sounds like he's on some fish down there, Jackie.
well, he had 18 pounds something in that Morristown tournament. And he had right at 18 pounds in our tournament.
Shucks, far.
Doing good, doing good.
That's ain't nothing wrong with that right there, I'll tell you. And especially right now, the way, because personally, what I've been hearing down there, them fish have been pretty tough to catch. But,
Well, so far, Steve, they've been pretty easy to catch down there. I went down there 2 days. First day I had 15 pounds and a half.
Well, man, that sounds good. That's better than what I've been hearing.
And then I had 11 pounds and a half the second day I went down there.
Well, Jackie, let me ask you, have any of the fish you've been catching, are they, the tails bloody? Are they spawned out? Are they still carrying the eggs? What's the status of that?
Well, it's about half and half, Steve.
Okay. All right. That's kind of in line with what I've been hearing,
Yeah.
Yeah, we caught some that was plumb full of eggs, and then we had caught some that their tails was beat off in pieces,
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that it is doing pretty good down there, really.
But on that St. Jude tournament, if everything goes just like it's going right now and when they're hitting, they should be a lot of poundage caught.
Well, that sounds good. That keeps everybody coming back the next year anyway.
Right.
If the fish are biting good, but we know how they can change. But I'm glad to hear that it's picking up. But what I heard last week, it wasn't doing all that great down there. It's, as far as one person or two boats that have a pretty good bag, and then it just kind of fell off real quick.
Right.
Kind of deal. But I'm glad you're on them. That sounds pretty good. Are you going to fish the St. Jude's?
But everybody in our club permit is going to be signed in down there. Well, they're done signed in. Just
Sounds
great.
good,
That's
Jackie.
great.
That's good. That's real good. Sure is. That's wonderful.
You know, that weekend of the Morristown tournament, I was putting in over at Blue Springs to do a little crappie fishing, and I run into a guy there. He'd fished all night, and he said he had several strikes, but he never caught any fish. But he wanted to know who all them wood choppers was out there. There was so many bass boats going down through there chopping up all that floating wood. He said he thought it was a log jam out there or something. I said, I see what you're talking about once I got out there. I never seen like a trash on that water.
Yeah. Well, hopefully these downpours is kind of going to let up.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
I want to announce my son that got killed. He was in a memorial tournament.
Yeah.
It's the 13th of June.
Okay. Where you holding it at, Jackie?
It'll be out of Rockwood, buddy.
Out of Rockwood. Okay.
At Rockwood.
Yeah, I got you at Rockwood on June the 13th.
Yes, sir, and it'll be safe flight till 3 o'clock.
Safe flight till 3 o'clock. All right, Jackie, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, and everybody you see that fish is come and be in for those two kids.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. June the 13th, safe flight, Rockwood. All right, buddy. I'm glad you brought that up, and we can hopefully everybody's listening, know about it, and get you a pretty good crowd there.
Okay, buddy. I'll let you go and resolve. Big bass.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you, Jackie.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, bud. Okay, there's another tournament going to go on, Mike, the following weekend, Mike, the St. Jude's. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. All righty. I mean, you know, that's people getting out, things opening up a little bit, and doing okay. All right, Dylan, take us to a commercial break, and then we'll come back on Mike's film there. Oh, we got a call. Better take it. Oh,
Got two calls. Go ahead.
Hey, Steve, this is Jackie back.
yeah. Didn't have any
The
sound.
entry fee on that tournament is $100, but $50 of it goes to the kids.
Okay.
And the other 50 goes to the angler.
All right. So it's going to be split 50-50.
Right.
All right, Jackie. That sounds good.
All right, buddy.
All right. Thank you, buddy. Okay. Now, somewhere we didn't have any sound, Dylan. I think my battery might be going dead.
I got a yellow flashing light.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me call. Sure. What about now?
Here, you do more talking than I do.
Yeah. Well.
I hollered.
Okay, maybe she'll call back. How about it now, Sherry? Got any sound? Let me get her on the phone here. I'm sure we've probably got it.
Yeah. We get it.
Yep.
Go ahead and show that commercial.
How's the sound? Yeah, we got sound now.
You're just getting sound through your phone, but not through the TV.
Oh, okay. Not coming through the TV.
Not unless you're talking to me and it's coming through the phone. But
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to break, Dylan, and work on this audio thing. All right.
Gym Stars, there's the times that they're open. The day, you know, that's 5 days a week. They're open from 8 to 12:30 on Saturdays. All right, folks, we're inside here in the warehouse. Just wanted to give you a quick look at all the tires and stuff they got. And here we are. There's some four-wheeler tires, lawnmower tires, just a mixture of about any kind of tire you want. So keep that in mind. Then here we get into the light truck, automobiles, that kind of thing. So just walk through here and give you a quick look at what they've got in stock here. I mean, you know, it's it's just, I don't know, man. They must be a couple of thousand tires in here right now, if not more. Sizes, shapes. You truckers, you know the word. This is a place to get your tires for your trucks. And these over here, getting a little bigger sizes, light trucks, heavier automobiles, this kind of thing. And as you can just see back through there, it's just, heck, I don't know, this building's probably about 300 feet, one end and the other, and they're wall to wall. Remember Tim's Tires, folks. That's down here on Highway 27 on your way into Harriman, and get the best deals going. So give them a call, price check, whatever you want to, and if you want a special tire that they might not have, you could, they'll definitely get it for you. Tim's Tires.
Ain't worked out. How much film you got, Mike?
I don't know.
Well, you just got.
I don't tell how much I got, I don't think.
Oh, we got 14 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. 19 minutes.
You might want to show all them bass you caught.
Baloney. I'll tell you right now, it wouldn't take but a half a second to show what I caught. Wesley and I went up to North on Friday night.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
And you went back Sunday night.
and we went back Sunday night, and man, I tell you what, we talked to Bill, and he talked to a friend of his. Anyway, it was pitiful. I caught 2 fish on Friday night, 2 smallmouth, and they both came on a brown hair fly. And you know, Wesley and I were up there a couple of Sundays ago, and up to about 1 o'clock in the day, we had a pretty decent day.
Yeah,
You know.
fishing daytime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then our Friday night, we went on the following Friday. We were up there Friday night and caught 2 fish. Couldn't figure them out. Just cast and cast and cast, and I told Wesley, I said that's why they call it, or let's see.
Oh, the Dead Sea.
The Dead Sea. I said, yeah. And then, okay, so we didn't go Saturday night, but we went Sunday night, and, you know, thought things would be a little better because the moon was a little, 2 nights bigger, and it really wasn't a bad night to fish, but I only caught 1 fish. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not figured it out, but I'm gonna stay on it till I do.
Yeah, I hear you.
And but we fished shallow on Friday night, and then talking to Bill on Saturday that we would fish some steeper places on Sunday night, and because his buddy had been catching them down there
Dale Holler.
Holler in
Yep.
about 30 foot of water. So, okay, so yeah, we go up there and try it. Couldn't get a bite.
I didn't see anything on the depth finder. You know, everything I seen was suspended and nothing over 15 foot. Everything was just blank out there, you know, it was slick. And I'd say nothing ever even got close to the bottom,
Yeah.
you know. It's all 3 or 4 foot or better above the bottom.
But, you know, we've always managed to catch 5 or 6. You know, last year, the worst trip we had 5 fish in the boat. But buddy, we couldn't, I mean, we just couldn't get nothing going.
Well, I kind of figured it'd be like New York City up there with all of them fishing under lights for them walleye and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't see one light.
There was several places we fished. The fish would be in there running. I mean, you could hear the minnows breaking on the bank. I mean, right on the bank like they do. And then you'd hear a fish run through them and break water and slap and beat around. But
There's one run into my boat.
that you couldn't get them to bite. I don't know.
He come circling by me out there. I said, look out there at that nurse, Keith. And he went out there, and then all of a sudden he come back through again and wham, right into the back of the boat there.
Yeah.
The black light, chasing them minnows. I said, hey.
I don't know. But yeah, I want to go back as soon as I can, especially, this weekend. That moon ought to be, I don't know, quarter to half full maybe. It probably won't be half, but it'll be up there a good first quarter, and they ought to get better every night.
They ought to.
Yeah, sure should. But it's way late, and we've had a lot of rain this year, all you people know that. And it's just rain. And how these news people can get up there and tell us that we're 2 or 3 inches above normal or below normal on the rainfall, I can't believe it. I mean, shucks, far. We've got dams running, spilling water over the spill gates now, and the upper reservoirs, and so I don't get it. But anyway, they're pulling water at Norris. They're dropping it, and because it's up in the woods, bushes. Got them covered up. So
That'll save some room for some big rains.
well, I mean that's true. You could get a significant rainfall on that lake full like it is. They've got to get rid of that water.
That's right. They get a big rain come in here, they ain't not nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
They better get rid of it while they can.
I agree with you. But I don't know, Mike. We'll see what goes on up there in the next trip. That kind of thing. So, but folks, do pass the word around about the 2 tournaments, the St. Jude's and Jackie Hooks' club tournament there the following weekend at Rockwood. Pass the word around to your friends and try to get a good turnout for both of those events.
Show a little of that crappie film.
Show a little of that crappie film, Dylan. Okay?
Okay, folks, I'm down here, Caney Creek, just got in at about 8 o'clock. Had to stop and get me some minnows and stuff there. I'm gonna run down here and see if I can hit a place or two and maybe find a crappie, see if they're still out there, whether they've moved in or not, I don't know. Didn't do much good up north the other night. Anyway, we're going to try a few of these crappie. If they don't do no good, we may throw for a bass or two. So stick with us and remember the sponsors, and let's go fishing. All right, come here, you big rascal. Yeah, nice, nice. Okay. Take that. See how many more of them big boys we can find. Real nice. Put him in the box. Maybe we can get a few more. All right, folks. That's a small one. I don't think he's gonna keep, but we get him. I think he's just about 9 inches. And 9 3/4 I didn't think so. Get back after him. Maybe we can find another good one. Got all my minnows though, that's for sure. Alright, folks, I got another on here. Let's see what we got. I believe it's a pretty good crappie. Yeah, that's another nice crappie. Okay. Pretty good. We put him in there. See what we can do with him. Alright, we got another little one here. Yeah. I think he's gonna make the grade either. Anyway, we put him back. Man, I'm in a flash. Get another minnow here, try it again. Alright, folks, I got another one here, but I think he's too little too. My goodness, my goodness. Let me get him. Right close to bumping that line, but just throw him back. Try getting a bigger one. Alright, come here. That's don't water crappie. Ooh, I'm telling you. Yeah. My goodness. Yeah, there you go, crappie. Like, that's for sure. Look at it and get another minnow on here. See if we might be able to find another one of them dudes. Alright, let's see what this is. No, it's a small one. I don't know if he'll keep or not. We'll check him and see. I don't think he will. He's close, so. Like just a shade of getting her. We can get him back. Maybe we'll catch him next year. Alright. Folks, I got one on. I don't know what this one is. I don't think it's a crappie. Yeah, it is. He just turned right there. Missed him on one hook and caught him on the other. If that ain't something. Whatever. Anyway, he'll eat. We get him in the box and see if we can't get another minnow on. Hopefully we can get another. Alright. We got something on here. Let's see what we got. Oh, my goodness gracious, a little drum. Notice it wasn't much. We get back after. We got one on here. Let's see what he is. He feels like a crappie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's another crappie. That's a nice one, too. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. That is the kind that fills the skillet up in a hurry. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's a nice one. Don't take too many of them and make one heck of a bowl of fish there to eat. 2, 3. Makes 5. 5 dandies. All right, come here. Lost 2 and then finally get a little old bitty in here. Don't think he's gonna measure. And he smacked it hard. 9.5. Get another minute and try him again. All right, we got another. Feels like a pretty good one. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the kind we're looking for right there. My goodness, I reckon. Oh, now. Mean. Fish down there about 20, 25 foot. We'll stay after him. All right, come here, you rascal. Another nice one there. I'll tell you what, it's kind of hard to stay here with all these crazies out there washing the banks away. One right behind the other. It ain't a pontoon or a jet ski or one of them destroyers. Nice crappie. Real nice. Yeah, yeah. There we go. He's gonna measure. Yeah, he will too. Back after him. Yeah. All right, folks, I got another one here. Oh yeah. There you go. Running out of minnows. I got 1 minute left. Well, 1 minute left. Yeah. Pretty sure he gonna keep. Yeah, he's almost 11. We put him in there. Get that last minute on. I guess when we get done with that, we'll have to go to bass fishing a little bit. Maybe we can do some good at that. So we'll try it a little more. All right, folks. Here. I don't think he's gonna keep. All the minnows. We'll throw him back. See if we can get something on here and see if we might be able to catch a bass. We'll try that for a while. Okay, folks, I'm gonna call it a day. Looks like it's gonna cloud up and rain a little bit, but getting late in the evening, and I got a few crappie there. Had to hold a couple of bass, one on a fluke, and the other one was on a lizard. Both of them was pretty shallow. I tried out a little deeper and didn't seem to be having much success, but anyway, about beat to death with all this boat traffic, so I'm gonna try to see if I can get in, get on the trailer, and head toward the barn, and maybe even find a little bite to eat. So have a good Memorial Day, and we'll see you on the show Thursday night.
All right, folks. Had to cut Mike a little short there. He can pick up next week. Maybe he'll have some more info on the crappie. Remember the tournaments we talked about. Remember our sponsors, folks. Tim's Tires, IUOE, Reynolds Racing Marine, Edgemore Outdoors, Pamela Ann's Candies. Do remember those fine folks. Be safe. God bless you all. We'll see you next week.
Country Fresh Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store. Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality